Welcome back. This is Mr. Moreri. Today, let's look at a continuation of what we talked about last time in the length and area video. Now, imagine this is a straight road, and as the arrow indicates here, the road extends this way, and also that way it extends that way also as well. And the question is, which point on the number line represents 390? So we have these markings or these graduations here. This is the point 200. If you run, you get here as 300, 400, 500, 600. So 390 should be just under 400. So that would be point B, all right? We choose our point B like so. And then again, the next question, which number is at point P? Now it's a reverse. So there's a point P here between 800 and 900. And we see that is closer to 900 than 800. So it's nearer to 900. So we see which number is nearer to 900. 938 is above. 872 is closer to 900, right? And farther from 800. So definitely 872. All right, let's take one more. Which point on the number line represents 971? So 971 is above 900, 71 under 1000, so that's point C. So that's about our number line, just a straight line like so. Next, let's go to, so on a number line, we can indicate points. We just have single points on a number line. Now, what if we have a surface, right? Like the top of a table or like a mat, a flat surface. This number line alone will not do. So we need a way to indicate many points. For example, we're here. This point is on the line. What about this point? We don't know. This point, 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 we don't know, because these are not on the number line. So a number line can only tell you points on the number line. If you go this way, it means you are off the road. This way, you're off the track, right? So you won't win the race. So a number line is only for a straight road. All right, now let's go to the next. The next is the question of the surface. So for the surface, we will need two number lines. So we'll need a number line going this way to the right, and we'll call it the X number line. So which one is the X number line? You see this line like so, and it's marked there, the X. So this is called the left to right number line. This one starts from 0 and goes right. So, or you can say the horizontal line, or just the left-right line, because there will be the other one that goes up, and we call that the vertical line, vertical. So it goes up. Now the question is, what are the coordinates of the yellow heart? Now this is a yellow heart. Now how do we get to the yellow heart? Now, to get to the yellow heart, you have to start from the origin or from the 0 point, and you first move rightward. How many steps? 4 steps to the right. And then after that, you move up. You move 5 steps up, and we get to the yellow heart. Now, remember, we first move right before up. So right, how many steps? 4 steps. And up, how many steps? 5 steps. So our coordinate is 4, 5. Now, don't make the mistake to go and first write the up, because if you want to do that, we'll move like this. Let me just show you the mistake first. Let's write our answer. The coordinates are 4, that is right, and 5 up. So we put it like this in a tuple. We call this a tuple. If we put things in right round bracket, we call it a tuple. Now let's spell that, a tuple. It's good to have some of these math names out of the way. Oh, sorry, I'm doubling my U. A tuple. So that's a tuple. So on this tuple, we have 2 points. And on a tuple, the order matters. So this point should be from the X. Is the X point, which is the right point. So we say 4 units right, and then Y, 5 units up. So we put the tuple should be the X reading and then the Y reading. Don't make the mistake to do the Y reading before the X reading. Yeah, because I know my students, sometimes you people don't listen. You don't listen. So some people will say, oh, how do I go to this point? We can only move up and right. So some people will say, oh, I move up first, 5 units, and then I move right, 4 units. You still get there, but that is the wrong method. We first move right before we move up, okay? All right, so that is it. We are good. Congratulations. All right, so we get a pair of numbers, 4 and 5, a pair of numbers, and these pairs of numbers must be ordered. They must come in a specific order, the X first before the Y. So another name for the pair of numbers are called ordered pairs. Ordered pairs, and like I said, ordered pairs is just a tuple, right? So these are ordered pairs. It means they come in a particular order, or the order matters. So X comes first before Y, the X reading. And why do we say the X? The X is that number line that shows you it's a straight line, and then there's a straight line that goes up. It's called the Y line. So you look at the names here. These are called the labels. So we label them X, and here we label it Y. Okay, so what else do we have here? Let's answer the question. Let's submit our answer and see. It says we're good. Next question. What are the coordinates of the purple pentagon? Yeah, so this is a purple pentagon. So we start from 0. Let's go right. Come with me. Let's go right. We start from 0. We go right. How many units? 6 units. And now let's go up. We go up how many units? 7 units. Woohoo! So we have 6, 7. So 6 right and 7 up. So that's what you should get used to saying, that 6 right, 7 up. So exactly that's what it means. Okay, and we get to it. So the whole of this is a map. So this is a map where we can place objects on this surface, right? And because we have these lines, every point here now has an address, right? An address. Like, how do you go to this point? All right, so here is a triangle. Okay, how do we get to the triangle? So we start from here, we move 3 units right and 5 units up. So that's the address of the triangle. So that's a triangle with a cyan color, with a blue color. It says that's sky blue. All right, so that's 3 units and 5 units. Whew. And we are correct. And more questions and more questions. Okay, now with this we can build so many ideas. There's so many things that we can locate here. We can take this like our map and we put different shops. Maybe this is a bookstore, maybe this is a library, maybe this is a school, and we know how to get to the school. Somebody can ask, like, how can I get to the school, right? And I will say, oh, start here, go right 9 steps, and then go up 5 steps. You get to the school. How can I get to the, maybe this is a restaurant. How can I get to the restaurant? Go right 5 points and go up 4 points. So these can be a map, right? Like in geography, you people learn longitudes and latitudes, right? So if I go right, this is longitude. So I go right 7 points of longitude or degrees. This 9, sorry, and then I go up latitudes 5. So longitudes and latitudes, and that's how the map of the whole world is constructed, right? Horizontal lines are lines of longitudes, and the lines going up lines of latitude. And you see, but actually the latitude sometimes in geography, you will say latitudes are lines that goes from east to west. Yeah, but actually that's not the meaning. The meaning is like you're starting from down, you see. So this is just 1 unit. So everybody will be 1 unit here. So it's like you're just connecting all the 1 unit around the globe, and that is just latitude 1, right? So latitude 1 just shows the height at any point. If everybody is on latitude 1, it means they are just 1 unit above the central line here. That will be the 0, 1 unit up, and that is above the equator. So you're just 1 unit above the equator. And if you say longitude, longitude will look like a line like this would be a line of longitude. Coming down, maybe we change another color. Let me use a blue color. So if this is your line of longitude, then what you're saying is that from the prime meridian, you are 2 degrees to the right, or 2 degrees east, right? You're 2 degrees east. So every point on this longitude, they're 2 degrees east, and they will have the same time because you use this to calculate time. And time goes from east to west as the sun rises and sets. So time goes from east to west. So if I'm east, so my time is ahead of this time here at the 0 point, and this line here at x equals 0 for latitudes, for longitude, sorry, we call this the prime meridian. And if you're 2 degrees to the right of prime meridian, you'll be exactly 8 minutes. You'll be 8 minutes ahead of the prime meridian. If you're 3 degrees, so each degree will be 4 minutes ahead of the time. Each degree will be 4 minutes ahead of the time, meaning that if we see the sun, if I see the sun at the prime meridian now, somebody at 2 degrees east at this longitude saw the sun 8 minutes earlier than I, because this is the east. So they're farther east than me. So the sun will start coming from the east towards my direction. All right. So again, that is the coordinate plane. And I want us to look at the coordinate plane again to complete this understanding. We have the coordinate plane where we can have not only going right and up, okay, not only going right and up, we can also go left, and we can also go down. And what will that get us? Okay, so let's look at our coordinate plane. Here in our online school, I can just search here coordinate plane, and maybe we can get coordinate plane from higher grades so that we can see left, right. We can see a much more complete one, right? A complete coordinate plane will have points. Yeah. So a complete coordinate plane will look like this, not just going left and right, and not just going right and up. Now we have a more complete coordinate plane. Now at the middle here, this is the 0 point. It's called the origin. Now, a point, you start from that origin or that center. You see that your x, this first axis, this horizontal line, from this 0, we see that we can go left as well as we can go right. Now, if we look at the y, from this origin, we can go up as well as we can go down. Now, going down for the y, we see negative steps. From 0 to here, that's 1 unit or 1 step. So this negative just means down. So you say 1 step down is -1. 2 steps down is -2. 1 step up is +1. 2 steps up is +2. Now, what about the x? 1 step right is +1. 2 steps right is +1. 1 step left is -1, 2 steps left is -2, and so on. Now, the question is, which point has coordinate -1, 1? Now, we remember that the first point, the -1, is the x first. So now that we have the complete movement on the x, meaning there's right and left, so -1 means left. So you just go left 1 unit, and then now the next point is 1, and this is the y. The y is the up and down movement, and it's positive. It means we go up. So first left, we went 1 unit, and then we go up, and we reach at point D. So that's our answer. So we go here, select point D, press enter on our computer, or we submit, and that's the correct answer. Next question, which point has coordinate 1, 0? 1, 0. Now let's look carefully. Now 1, 0. Now first 1 means the x and it's positive. It means we go right 1 unit. Then 0 for the y, that's 0 here. The next coordinate is 0. That's the x coordinate. That's the y coordinate. Coordinate means your address, right? Your address in that direction. So now after we go 1 unit, the y says 0. 0 now means neither up nor down, means we stay there. So this point is 1, 0, and that's G. Letter G is that point that we're looking for. So G, and we submit, it will say brilliant. So we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. So this completes our understanding of the coordinate points. Now, what can we see? We see that if we cross our lines like this at the origin, we'll have 4 parts, 4 regions. Now, this region to the right of the x, the y line to the right, and above the x line, we'll have this region. And if I want to shade all the part of the region, I can shade it like this from here, and I say all this region like this, right? So any point on this region, to get to any point on this region, you have to know a unique thing about them. So this point, this point, this point, this point, any point on this region, what will be their address? Now, the address, you see that to go to any point on that region, you have to make these following movements, all right? You start from 0. You start from 0. If you start from 0, you first move the x. So how do we move the x? Do we go left? No. If you go left, you will never arrive any of the points. So it means their x values will always be positive. So to go here, you have to move here. You are under this point. You have to move. To move under this point, you have to move about here. Then now your next movement is going up, right? And to move to the next, we move right. How many steps? And then we move up. We got it. And then to go to the next point, we move about here. And then we move up. We got there. To move to the next, move like this around here, and then we go up straight, and we got to it. And then let's do one more, please, be patient. And then that's it. And probably the last one, start from 0, we move somewhere close there, and we move up, we got it. So what are we seeing? That we're always moving right, and right means positive direction. So our x will always be positive. So if we put our values like this in the tuple or the ordered pair and a comma in the middle, so we need to put a value here and a value here. So we see that in this region, our x will always be positive numbers, and our y will also going up. So our y will also be positive. So this region has a name. It's the first region where we have both x and y positives. So that region is called the first quadrant. So these 4 regions are called 4 quarters, right? So this is called the first quadrant. So quadrant is a region from four regions, right? So now let's go to the next region, and then you will see. You tell me, what do we observe in the second quadrant? Yes. Now we go to the second quadrant. The second quadrant is this region. The second quadrant, my friends, is this region. Student, let's move it. Let's move the second quadrant. All right, taking some time. So this all the region here, all this region is the second quadrant. And as you can see, to go to any point on the second quadrant, let's note some few points here. A point there, a point there, a point there. To go to any of these points, my friends, you see that we will need to move left. So our x will be negative. We have to move left and then move up. Our y is positive. Our y is positive. You can see that it will always move up to get to any of these points in this region, right? I think it is very clear. So we always have to move left. And to move left, your x is negative. So in this region, if we get our tuple, like this, in this region, our x will be negative. In this region, our x will be negative, comma, and our y will still be positive in this region. So if they give me a pair of values and the first is negative and the second is positive, I just know where to come and plot it, where to come and indicate it, right? So your homework is, can you tell me what values we will have in the third quadrant? Now remember, this name is important. So there's a third quadrant or third region. And then we have the final region, the fourth region. So tell me what the x and the y values will be in this region. And now remember again, here at Moreri Enterprises, we teach practical mathematics, meaning that the first value is the left-right value. Your right value is positive, and then your left value is negative, comma, and then the up and down, So the second value is up and down, and our up is positive and down is negative. So just say before, and if you get this pair of values, we call them the coordinates or the address of any point. So any point that is located, its location, any point has a way to get there, and you have to indicate it by a pair of value. The first value is left-right movement, and you can never move both. You can never move left and right at the same time. Either you're going left, it's negative, or you're going right, positive. So in this position, we can have a positive or a negative number. And here we can either move up or we move down. We will never move up and down at the same time, right? If it is upward movement, that is a positive number. If you're going down, that is a negative number. So this is a complete address system, complete positioning system, and the name is called coordinate system because we have to locate the left, right, which is called the x coordinate, and then we have to locate the up, down, which is called the y coordinate, and then a pair of them, we call these the coordinates with s. So the pair of values, coordinates, because we have two coordinates, plural, the x coordinate, singular, and the y coordinate, singular, and then together they make a pair of coordinates, a pair of numbers, right? So that is the end of this section. I will see you in the next one where we will develop this idea and we'll take it to its final conclusion. Goodbye. It's been Mr. Moreri. Subscribe and share with your friends.